Tool Town, Whip City, Bucket Town.
Town nicknames are often based on traditional local industries, some dating as far back as colonial times. By comparison, our next town nickname is brand spanking new. It may have started underground, but it has slowly wriggled its way into the public eye.
Wormtown Brewery has been a frothy local success story, spreading throughout New England with a satellite tap room at Patriot Place and a Grand National Champion gold medal to its credit.
We've expanded here, I think, 5 times from 8,000 square feet to 24,000 square feet now.
But when David Fields came on board, he wasn't sure about the name.
My first impression, you have to remember, I grew up in the zip code we're sitting in right now. I had never heard the nickname. I said, look guys, it just doesn't really sound that appealing.
But he learned Wormtown was spreading as a new nickname for his home city. Fields slowly started warming to the worm. Today, he's majority owner of the brewery and Wormtown's biggest champion.
I came around pretty quickly and said, this is the badge that our brewery needs, and more importantly, it's the badge of the city that I grew up in. Hard scrabble, you know, we like to get our fingers dirty, we're blue collar.
But where did the term Wormtown hatch? For the answer to that question, we are directed to Ralph's Chadwick Diner, this city's weirdly indestructible rock dive. For nearly 50 years, Ralph's has been home to merchants of sonic chaos and catharsis. Here, we're granted an audience with a couple of local dignitaries.
I'm L.B. Worm, the inventor of Wormtown.
I'm Brian Goslow, the Wormtown Minister of Culture, and Wormtown is not a beer.
Lenny L.B. Worm Saarinen and his pal Brian Goslow were immersed in the underground punk music explosion in the late 1970s. They thought the local scene deserved more attention than it was getting.
But nobody was writing about it. Wouldn't write about it. Magazine wouldn't write about it. So I figured I'd write about it.
Using a variant of his nickname, L.B. Worm xeroxed a hand-scrawled sheet of high-energy enthusiasms.
And called the paper the Wormtown Punk Press, and just started taking off from there.
Goslow spread the word on his radio show at the local university. Graffiti followed, then an album featuring local bands. Not everyone was thrilled, especially former mayor, the late Jordan Levy.
Yeah, Jordan Levy didn't like it at all. He was from the old school and thought it was an insult to the city, degrading our city, my fine city.
Resistance would prove futile. A gift store popped up, then a music festival. Even the local rugby club adopted the worm as its mascot.
Candidly, I was never offended by it. I thought it was kind of funny and interesting.
When Tim Murray, now president of the local Chamber of Commerce, became mayor in 2001, the city's war on Wormtown ended. Much like Nixon's groundbreaking trip to China, the mayor traveled to Ralph's Rock Diner for a summit meeting with L.B. Worm. A formal proclamation recognizing the nickname Wormtown was thus decreed. But nothing has spread the Wormtown name more than the brewery, founded in 2010. But don't go looking for L.B. Worm and his Minister of Culture here. Underground diehards to the end, the founding fathers of Wormtown are still more at home where the suns never shine, in the murk and mire of dives like Ralph's Rock Diner.
I personally have never met any of those guys, but if they want to come down here, I will buy them a beer, and I'm always happy to tell the story that that's exactly where this came from.
Yeah, so how do the founders of Wormtown really feel about businesses taking their name and running with it?
You know, there seems to be some sense of resignation that this whole thing has kind of gotten way out of their control. So they're maybe a little bit peeved, but also proud, you know, of what they started. I think more importantly than anything to them, though, is that people understand
the actual origin of where Wormtown comes from, and now you do.
And their legacy will live on forever. All right, still ahead, how well did you do